Today I want to go ahead and talk to you about 7 ways to promote your blog so you can have your visitors go ahead and see you all over the place. People who follow you on social media, receive your emails, and just kind of see your blog all over the place and think, wow, this guy is everywhere. So one of the first things to really think of is, what is your goal with the blog? If the goal is creating content, it should be to inform your potential customers of items related to the product or service that you provide. So you always want to put out good quality content. I'm going to do a little SEO disclaimer here. Obviously, a good side effect of having a good quality blog is that it'll be found in the search engines. If you continuously put out a blog and you continuously put out good content, then you will eventually be found. However, the goal of a blog is not to just create SEO content. It is instead rather to answer questions and provide solutions to people who could be potential customers for you. What I'm going to focus on is not necessarily SEO, though I will give you a couple of tips. But in this video, I'm really going to talk about the second goal here, which is distributing your content to get it in front of as many qualified eyeballs as possible. So there's going to be a little bit of time. It's 7 steps. Probably it's 4 hours a week to run a good blog. And most of that is going to come from creating the blog itself. The other steps that I'm going to put forward are maybe going to take an extra hour of your week to do. But once you create the content, you got most of the difficult work already taken care of. Why not invest the other little bit of time to go ahead and get more people to see it? So step one. One of the biggest questions is, how do I come up with blog content? So here are 3 ways that I do and that I recommend to others. First, what are your 10 top FAQs? So what are the 10 most commonly asked questions people come up with in your industry? So for me, a lot of times when it comes to talking about content marketing or anything like that, as you can imagine, how can I promote my blog is probably going to be one of the number 1 questions. So I would come up with a list of anywhere from 5, 10, 15, sometimes even 20 questions that are relevant to my potential consumers. Second, what are the should ask questions? So people don't know what they don't know, especially in your industry. So what are some of the questions that people should be asking you? And go ahead and write about that. And then thirdly, when in doubt, try to keep up on current events. Try to go ahead and write about something topical. So a good way to do that is sign up for Google Alerts, and in the blog there's a link to go ahead and do that. And it's very simple. You can have Google Alerts on a specific topic come to you via email, either on a daily basis or a weekly basis. And again, from those you can go ahead and come up with at least one good idea a week. So now let's go ahead and create your blog. And what I want you to do is think of a keyword or a keyword phrase. Now, I know I said I wasn't going to get into SEO, but it's good for your focus. So what keyword phrase do you want to use, and how is it going to go ahead and solve a problem for your consumer? And then when you do that, go ahead and kind of stick with that phrase throughout what you do in your blog. Second, the title of the blog. Does it capture attention? Now, a couple of things that you can do to capture attention is put numbers. This blog is 7 simple ways to go ahead and promote your blog, or something along those lines. Putting in numbers gets people its attention. It can also kind of gauge for them psychologically, how much time do I want to invest in reading this? If I came up with 117 ways to promote your blog, chances are, if you didn't have a lot of time, you probably would have skipped through it. But 7 seems pretty manageable. Other things, how-to. How-to is a great way. Asking questions as blog title, that can work because the assumption is going to be you're going to answer that question. Tips for this, especially if you put in numbers. 7 tips for this. That can be very helpful as well. So those are just good ways to go ahead and capture attention. So there's a little basic SEO in the blog itself if you want to go ahead and read it, that talks about different types of fonts, the ability to backlink, and things like that. And really there's a good bonus tip in the blog as well that talks about naming everything after your keyword. So for this blog, my keyword phrase is going to be promoting your blog. So when I create an image and stuff like that, I will go ahead and save it as promoting a blog. If I create a video, I will save the video as promoting a blog. So anything that I do, I will go ahead and save it as, like this PowerPoint presentation, I save it as promoting a blog. Then when I upload it, the keyword's already there, the Google bots see it. It's a good thing. So there's little things in that blog that'll really kind of help you to promote your blog. And finally, the importance of image creation. What I like to do is when I create an image, I'll use the dimensions of 1200 by 720. And the reason I do that is because those dimensions will work pretty well on Facebook. You may have to do a little cropping, but they'll work pretty well on Facebook. They fit YouTube perfectly, and they'll work with the rest of the social media sites. Plus, on most blogs, that's a good size as well. You may find you may have to do different sizes for an image, but for the most part, that'll work. And then when you save your image as that keyword, you're giving yourself a good SEO benefit. Step 2 now is creating a video. Now, if you're watching this video, you can see how simple it is. Okay, I don't have any fancy lighting. I'm not on set. I'm not even video recording myself. In fact, my hair is a mess right now and I'm wearing a ball cap. So you'd be kind of surprised. I didn't have to really prepare for this. All I do is I create a summary of my blog and I put it on a slideshow and then I talk about it. So I use PowerPoint. You can use Keynote or anything like that and just create slides and go over it. All you need is a screen recorder, a microphone, so you have the ability to record your presentation. Now, I'm currently using Snagit. Snagit is an inexpensive screen recording software. It's about $50 a year. Fancier ones are Camtasia. That's going to be a couple $100. Both of those are by TechSmith. Or if you're going to do short videos under 5 minutes, you may even be able to do some kind of Chrome extension. I know there's a Screencastify, for example. I've used that for simple training stuff. I don't know how long that goes, but that could be something that you could use for free to go ahead and do screen recordings for your videos. So again, it doesn't have to be anything overwhelming. It doesn't have to be anything intimidating. You just create your presentation, you record yourself doing it, and when you finish, you save it, and then you upload your video to YouTube. Again, an SEO tip. Like I said earlier, you want to name your video for the keyword phrase. So for example, when I save this video, it'll be promoting a blog. Then you want to go ahead and upload to YouTube. You want to optimize. I'm going to have, again, the title or my keyword phrase in the title. I'm going to put it in the description. And then I'm going to go ahead and link back to the blog. A little rule of thumb, when you do the description, you can make a description as long as you would like. But what I like to do is just have one little sentence and then a URL back to the blog. So if anybody's looking at your video, they could see the link to click to go back to your blog. Then what I like to do as well is upload my blog image as the thumbnail. So I could go ahead in YouTube, you could go ahead and upload your own custom thumbnail. The dimensions are 1200 by 720. So since I've already created that for my blog, I can upload that same thumbnail. Finally, when completed, I will go ahead and embed the YouTube video back into my blog again. So I'll get a nice little backlink and connection between the two. Now, I've created this nice slideshow. Why not promote my slideshow? And there is a social media network called SlideShare. So you could go ahead and go to SlideShare and upload your slideshows or your PowerPoint presentations to them. And it gets about 159 million viewers go to that site every month. So, I mean, it's got a really good power. You can really get your message out there in front of a lot of eyeballs. So again, you can sign up through your social media account. I think your Google Plus account, LinkedIn, or Facebook. Then you just simply upload it to SlideShare and you fill out some tags, you optimize it, and you can link back to your blog. So you may or may not want to, in this example for my blog, because I'm kind of going through how to do this, I went ahead and embedded the SlideShare back onto my blog again. You could choose to do that or not do that. That's going to be up to you. It's whether or not it makes a good feel for the blog and for the story. Now, once you create all this stuff, go ahead and promote your blog on social sites. So I think everybody could pretty much use these four: Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Pinterest. Those can vary. Definitely Facebook and Twitter. If you don't have anything that's really business oriented, LinkedIn may not work. And if you don't have the demographics for Pinterest, something visual, something relegated more towards females, then Pinterest may not work as well. However, you still may want to go ahead and do it because you're still going to get a good quality backlink. So it may behoove you to go ahead and still post something on LinkedIn and still post something on Pinterest. But as a must, you definitely want to go ahead and promote it through your Facebook and Twitter. Now, Facebook has recently changed their algorithm of the fan page, and not a lot of fans are able to see any organic posting anymore. So when you post something for free, especially if you have a link in it, you're just not going to get the reach they used to have in the past. and you're just not going to get a very good reach period. So you may want to go ahead and pay $5 to boost a post on your fan page so your followers will see it. That's up to your discretion. Now, podcast time. So we created a video. With video comes audio. Did you know you could actually just strip out that audio and use it for a podcast? Now, I've never been a huge fan of podcasts myself, but I am going to start one after this. I'm going to practice what I preach here in my 7 steps, and I'm going to create one. So there's 2 pieces of software, and both of these are free. Videoland. Videoland, you could go ahead and strip out audio. So you just upload your video, it takes out the audio, and it creates an MP3 format. And then you can upload to your favorite podcast site of choice. Popular free one is Buzzsprout, so that's the one I'm going to give a try. And we could go ahead and create, again, a podcast and have a nice little backlink coming back to your blog. Step 7 is going to be similar to a previous step of social promotion, where we went on Facebook, LinkedIn, Pinterest, and Twitter, and we promoted a link to the blog, and we uploaded an image, the image that we used for the blog, and wrote a little copy about it to try to get people to go back to your blog. We're going to do the same thing, except this time we're going to promote the video. So we've got the video. We're going to go ahead and upload it to Facebook and upload it to LinkedIn. So instead of putting a link in there or URL, we actually upload it, and then we'll put a little copy, and again, we'll direct them back to the blog site. Now for Pinterest and Twitter, what we'll do is we'll actually take the YouTube URL and we'll promote that URL. We'll write a little copy, and we'll actually direct traffic over to YouTube. Hopefully this will get more views on YouTube, and again, the more views you get, then the more powerful that YouTube video becomes SEO-wise, and that backlink becomes even more valuable to you. But really what you've done is now if they see you, if they've seen your blog or something, if they follow you on Facebook, they're going to see you there, and they're going to see you not just in text or just with an image, but they're also going to see your video. If they follow you and they're connected with you on LinkedIn, they're going to see you there. If they follow your tweets, they're going to see you there. If they subscribe to your YouTube channel, they're going to see you there. They're going to see you multiple times, and they're going to think, oh my goodness, this person is everywhere. So all in all, you can follow this process. For me, it takes me about an hour to write a blog, and that's about it. And then for me to create this slideshow, honestly, it took me 15 minutes to do that. This recording is probably going to be about 10 minutes. And then for me to go ahead and promote is probably going to be another 15-20 minutes. I can do these in about 2 hours. But if you dedicate about 4 hours a week to this, you're going to get your message out there. A lot of people are going to see you, and you're going to get some positive results from SEO as a nice positive side effect. So that is it. Hope you enjoyed this. Go ahead and stay tuned to my blog. I try to have a post out there every Monday for you guys to enjoy. And thank you very much.